Hello anybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode, we visited Mallow's grandpa, went through Rose Way, and in today's episode, we are heading on to Rosetown because Mallow's grandpa said we have to help the people here. Well, that guy just got nailed in the head, so let's see what he has to say.
See, arrows come flying out from the forest, and when you're hit, you can't move. See? Look! I can't move a muscle. Now I know how a scarecrow feels.
So yeah, we immediately come into town, and our first greeting is seeing a toad get nailed in the head with an arrow. And that's just not a good thing for them. These toads should not be wandering around. Also, the music that was playing when Mushroom Kingdom was taken over is playing again. This is actually a really good track and one of my favorites from the game. Since the day a shooting star fell into the forest, arrows have been showering our town. Oh. I can't move! So as soon as you talk to her, she's doomed. But yeah. As you go through this area, you'll kind of get to see these toads, and it's like,
I tell you, it's scary out here, but someone's got to pump the water.
So yeah, you'll get to see toads frozen in place, as they belong, but you know.
I want to go someplace fun. Standing around here is so boring.
And I think certain toads, like this one, can get hit if you bum around too long, so you kind of shouldn't bum around too long, because then it's tragic.
We're told not to go outside because it's too dangerous. Grandpa's pumping some water for us. I wish we could help too. I'm worried about my grandson. He went out to play but didn't come back when he should have.
Also, how fitting is it that the toads in this head have mushroom patterns on their heads? So we're not going to go into the door into the shop of this very troubled town. We're going to go down the chimney. At the very least, they could use a good chimney sweep. So going outside is definitely a problem. And we're also going to steal their hidden frog coin. Now this shopkeeper, unlike the one in Mushroom Kingdom, has no problem with you buying from the back of the counter, because this one's not really willing to stand up to Mario. We're going to buy another pick-me-up, another revive, because it's just good to have that on hand, because you never know. You never know. Also, another reason you shouldn't bother buying Able Juice most of the time is that most status problems wear off on their own in battle, so that's... that just kind of emphasizes how ridiculous things are.
Hello, Mario. It's so nice of you to drop by the shop. What can I do for you?
Well, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna buy new equipment. Thick pants and the thick shirt. They're like a padded shirt and padded pants. That's our upgrades. The equipment upgrades in this game are very, very basic. And they're kind of, well, exactly as I said, they're very basic. You'll almost never find armor or... You'll find accessories everywhere, but actual armor pieces you basically buy from all the shops in the game. So yeah, we're gonna sell the hammer, but we're gonna hang on to the antidote pin. It's kind of disappointing, really, that there's no treasure in the form of armor, but it's nice that there are some weapons. And, whoa, that guy nearly got hit. No. Actually, Mario, if you're particularly unlucky, Mario can get hit by an arrow in this area. And that will paralyze him for just a second, but he'll get back up.
Oh, this is not good. Now I can't go to the forest to chop up any wood.
Now there's a lady over here who is like,
my husband still hasn't come back. I wonder what's keeping him.
Should probably look out the window and, you know, that's him right there, isn't it? Now this guy is like,
there's a stairway that leads to my house, but my son's been playing with the controls again. Mario, only you could jump up there. Please, help me get back up to my house.
Now you can actually fail this part, by which I mean if you're unlucky, he will get hit by an arrow and he'll be stuck down there. But we're not gonna let that happen.
What's taking Daddy so long? Do you think he's still looking for the treasure?
No, you little idiot, you're supposed to hit the button. Sorry I called you an idiot, but you're a pretty dumb child. Because you did kind of, you know, mess up with your dad.
Thanks a million, Mario. Say, were my treasures okay?
They sure were.
Oh, that's great news. What a relief. Since we didn't get hit by any arrows, I'll tell you a secret. Enter the forest. When you hit an area with 4 paths, go left, left, straight, right. In that order. You'll surely find something nice.
Well, thanks for the advice, Toad Man. But we are going to go back into your house and take these now. I have no regrets. I am helping these toads. It is their service fee. Also, he totally doesn't care if you steal from him after you help him, because I don't know. Because that's just how it works. We're also going to be jumping on the bed, because there is, in fact, a frog coin here. However, if you do steal his treasure chests, and then he finds out, like, steal his treasure chests before he gets back in his house, he won't be so happy. But there's nothing he can do about it. And if he does not get hit by an arrow regardless, he will still be grateful enough to tell you the secret. Now that we've done all that, it's time to go in this house.
Mario, help!
Wahaha! Hey, Mario, I'll be taking care of Princess Toadstool now.
Boing boing. Super jump attack.
Waha! You think you can hurt me with your childish pranks? Attention, Toadstool, you're coming with me. Zip your lip.
Help! Help! Somebody please help me! Help! Oh my gosh! It's Mom, look, we have a guest! Yes, dear, I hear you. Hello, why aren't you Mario? For real? Well, you have the hat and the funky stash. Are you really Mario?
You betcha, kid.
How do I know it's you? You might just be pulling my leg. Show me. Prove it.
Here's our license and registration, officer.
All right. Hey, Mario, want to play with me? I'm playing Save the World. Now, Gaz, Mario might be a little tired, dear. Aw, come on, Mom. You never play with me. It's no fun playing alone. Oh, dear. Mario, I hate to ask, but could you play with Gaz for a little while? Yes! Mario just bought the farm, so, you can be Bowser.
You killed me, kid. You killed me in your game, and now you're asking me to play with you. Okay.
I'll be Gino, okay?
Who?
Ready? Let's play from where I left off. All set? Ooh, scary, but just watch me. Better watch out, Bowser, cause Gino's gonna blow you away. Take this! Your turn, Bowser.
Oh, Mario, that's brutal.
Ow! Oh no, if he keeps this up, I'm finished. Alright, you asked for it. The super duper, custom patented, one and only shooting star shot! Whoops, I think I missed. Oh dear, oh my! Mario, are you alright?
The end. And we are sleeping in bed now, because that was enough to knock us out. That little shot was enough to knock us out. About that cutscene, we'll be learning more about that later. So for now, let's go and save over our file. Yeah. And listen to that great music track that's playing right now.
Mom,
I almost said Gaz.
Mom, you'll never believe what I just saw. It was amazing, Mom. I just saw Gino walk into the forest. Neat, huh? Yes, dear, that's nice, dear. And isn't Gino the one who broke my lamp the other day? Aw, Ma, that was just, well, you know, now this was real. I swear, Mom, really, it's true. I saw him outside. All right, Gaz, let's hear it. What are you trying to get out of this time, Mom, I didn't do anything. I really, truly saw Gino walking into the forest.
This is very awkward to watch. We're gonna leave. But, yeah. Now that we've basically done everything else in town, we can act on that advice that we just heard and go off into the forest maze where this Gino has apparently gone. And get the most famous track out of this game. There was a point in time where a lot of LPs of this game would actually play a certain song alongside this music or sing along to that song, or at least that was the stereotypical faux pas thing to do, but I'm not going to do that because that would be really silly. And that was a Wiggler. You can jump on its head for coins, but when you collide with it a certain way, you get into a fight with it. Wigglers, they have a fair amount of damage. If you attack them physically, they will get a vigor up and get a good increase in their attack, which is kind of course, a reference to Wigglers from the Mario series. That's just the way they are. I mean, it makes sense. That's what Wigglers do. You hit them and they get mad. And it's the same case here. Now, before we go deeper into this rabbit hole, we are going to be looking around in this area because there are quite a few hidden chests around here. And I did practice this, and I did look around, but good God, are these hard to hit and hard to find. Alright, so it turns out that the chest is not in this area after double checking my source. It's actually in this first area over here. It's a Kiro Kiro Cola. Also, in addition to these hidden items, we are going to be picking up mushrooms along the way. So it's very good that you keep a clean inventory by the time you come here. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of stuff to sell on your way out. Now, we are going to see about... Oh, no, and that mushroom was a fake. It's an Amanita. And there's also a bee with them, not a bee. Amanitas are based on the fly Amanita, which is actually what the Super Mario mushroom is actually based off of. These guys do a decent amount of damage, I think. But most of the enemies in the forest don't have a ton of HP, so even with physical attacks, we can pop them. However, they do have a spell called Spore Assist, which turns your character into a mushroom if it works, but we still have the True Form pin on Mario, because that is an extremely useful item to have on Mario for quite a long time. And just in general, Mario you don't ever want getting transformed because he's your main physical attacker. And oh my god, that's a lot of rat funks, who we already saw in the sewer, but they're still gonna give us a lot of money if we manage to kill them. Now, as I was talking about enemies having certain evasion stats in the last episode, I mean, well, rat funks are the same way as crooks almost. They have pretty high physical evasion, but they have 0 magic evasion, and that's why we use a lightning bolt. Kill them all, and get coins out of all of them. Just like that. It's pretty, see, 30 coins. Money is not hard to get by, money is not hard to come by in this game. As you can see, I'm already up to 510 coins. The maximum number of coins, for whatever reason, is 999. So, yeah. When you do get up to that amount of money, you do kind of want to spend it, and I'm going to have ways to spend it a little later on. Not right now, though. And of course, like most enemies, these guys do have their ways of attacking. I can't believe we only have 1 mushroom. Wait, really? No, it's just that the inventory's organized in a really dumb way. We'll have to sort that a little bit later. But anyway, Thunderbolt, in addition to working on like water-based enemies, is usually pretty effective on flying enemies, as you see right there. And as we get further into the game, Forest Maze no exception, enemies are gonna have a few more tricks up their sleeve with the timing on their attacks. Like, you kind of have to predict... You'll have to predict how their timing and when it will actually contact with your Mario. And sometimes they'll be tricky, and sometimes they'll just be really fast. Also, that was an arrow that shot down, but we're not going to worry about that, because we're going to be going on to the next area, where there are a bunch of Wigglers going down into stumps. You can go down all of these stumps, but I'm only going to be going down a few of them, because most of these lead to dead ends, but I am going to be going down to the ones that give us items, because 3 of these stumps have boxes in them. And this one will also have an item for us to find. It is in an empty area where there are no enemies down here. That one in the other area, as you can see, pretty frustrating to get. Now, what's in here? You missed! Nothing. You get nothing from that hidden chest. That's actually kind of funny. But but it's fitting that a place like the Forest Maze would, in turn, or would, as it is, have hidden chests. It's fitting that it would have so many. So you come down to this final stump, and there's a Wiggler down here, and you kind of can't... If you jump on him, he gets mad. He gets really mad. And that opens up a new path. But before we go down that path, we're going to want to go down this stump again. Because in his place, there is now a Kiro Kiro Cola. As said before, Kiro Kiro Colas are the mega elixirs of this game. I don't know if they heal all of your other stats too. Like, I don't know if it heals your flowers in addition to your HP, but, well, I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Anyway, we still don't need to use any items because we're still doing pretty well on our HP and stats. Going on to the next area, though, we are going to get to see this Wiggler go down this pipe stump. But we're not going to get to fight him because he's just going to sleep in this corner, and I don't think you can actually mess with him anymore. I don't know if you can or if he's just there for decoration now. We are going to run past all of this because we don't want to get over-leveled in this game, but we will get in a fight with that's an Octolot. It's like an Octorok, but really, really kind of scary looking. Once you get the timing down on the enemy's attacks, though, it's fairly easy, and it's also easier to super guard than I thought it would be. What do you have to say for yourself, mister? 99 HP.
Check out my legs!
Well, that was great. That was a great use of our time. Oh, and now I think we're gonna get to see what Sporocyst does. And now Mallow's a mushroom. Now, the last thing you want to have happen is for all of your party members to get turned into mushrooms, because you can't attack, you can't do anything, you just have to wait until one of your turns back, and that sucks a lot. So we are going to jump on this guy, onto the Octolot, because screw him. But as you see, Mallow also heals a little bit of health while he's a mushroom. You can defend even though while you're still in mushroom form, so don't forget about it. Funny thing about the Flame Wall move is in the original version of this game on the Super Nintendo, there was like a bright whiteness in the fire, and they edited that out. In this version, they kind of removed the white entirely, and I think that's because it was probably messing with people's eyes or something, and that's just no good. Maybe epilepsy? That wouldn't surprise me based on how bright and vibrant and fast those colors were in the original version. Anyway, if this fight could end, we would be in a great place. But we're not in a great place because we're not so lucky. That pops him and takes care of that. And we got actually a mushroom for our troubles there. Amanitas fairly commonly drop mushrooms, so, you know. Also, don't be afraid to use your items in this game. As I've said before, your inventory will get so full if you don't use items, and you're not gonna be able to use them all. There's just so many. So many. But, I digress. Because with that, we actually have come to the end of the first portion of the Forest Maze. We're gonna jump over here and get a red essence, which is the last hidden box of the Forest Maze, actually. The red essence item is kind of a unique item. It makes it so you're invincible for 3 turns in battle. It's extremely useful and kind of overpowered, and I don't think I'm ever really gonna be using them. But anyway, I digress, because we are gonna be ending the episode right there. We've done a fair bit amount of stuff. We kind of explored Rosetown, we did the first part of Forest Maze, and in the next episode we are going to be finishing it off. First we're going to pick up this mushroom though. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see somebody in the next one. Bye-bye!